What up, Corner Crew? Welcome back to the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Bailey. My co-host, Shaw Elemental, in the building with me tonight. We are on episode number 96, on our way to 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep counting down till we get there. It's a pretty monumental occasion in our world. Want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching, everyone that will be watching in the future. I want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned into the versus battle that we did last week with Megs and AC. It was really dope. Again, a lot of people said Megs came out on top on that shit, but there's various opinions to everything. Shah, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. I can't complain at all. Just here to talk shit about hip hop.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Speaking of hip hop, I'm going to bring up a guest that actually comes from my neck of the woods in the hip hop game. We've had a few on here. We've had about 4 guests in our 100 episodes, well, close to 100 episodes from my neck of the woods. But yeah, representing Providence, Rhode Island. Let's bring up ScamRock.
What's up, fellas? Thank you for having me.
Hey, appreciate you.
I really appreciate the the lookout for the on the hip hop corner, man. You guys are dope, man. I really it's really dope what you guys do for other artists, man, and that's important,
All right, thank you so much. The way we like to kick off our show is for the people that don't know who you are, that are going to be watching. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you're all about.
I'm ScamRock. In some circles, they just call me Cook, which is my last name, my real last name. I'm originally from Massachusetts, originally from Boston, Mass. I moved to Pawtucket in '99. I graduated Tolman. I was there for a year. I graduated, and I was there for like about almost 3.5, 4 years, man, and really kind of developed. That's when really hip hop really was born, really, for me. And I'm a drummer. My father's a drummer. He was a jazz drummer, so my introduction to music was jazz. I just when I started playing, and so jazz was my introduction to music. Before anything, it was jazz. And then as time went on, just got into other music, playing drums. As you adult, you mature and start listening to other things, and just music just takes off, brother.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that. Pawtucket, Rhode Island. That's where I'm at right now, and I'm saying,
yeah, Pawtucket was really cool, man. It was a good experience, man. It was really, I battling a lot, bro. Battling at Tolman cafeteria, bathroom, at the barbershops, bro. Battling at fucking bars all around fucking Pawtucket, man. Pawtucket was just battle MCs, bro. I swear, like out there in Pawtucket, man, like they were battling. They all like to battle, bro.
Hey,
at least for that time that I was there, you really heard "Let's collab" or something. It was more just of let's fucking battle,
It's because we're so small, man. It's like there's so much. Everybody has to compete,
right?
Because your neighbor's a half a mile down the street. There's 100 dudes that are gonna want to battle. So,
right.
Yeah, tell us your journey through the Rhode Island hip hop scene.
Well, bro, it started off just me not even knowing what I was doing, brother. This is before I worked at Guitar Center. This is like, we're talking like 2099. I had a keyboard that had a sequencer built in so I could create rhythms and I could create, but I still, I was just kind of like experimenting, trying to, I played drums. I understood rhythm. I understood how rhythm should sound. But so like, I started making my own rhythms on a Casio keyboard. Finally went out, I had a lot of gear around me. My dad's a jazz drummer, dad's a musician, he played piano, vibes and everything. So I had all that stuff around me. So I'm like, I really just kind of started dabbling, went to Guitar Center before I worked there, grabbed some stuff and, some basic recording stuff, and kind of just started off doing it that way, brother. It just, continued, didn't matter what happens to me in life. But I just continued, to create and create. I wasn't, I was writing bars, but I was more just of the production side of it, You know, at least not publicly. I was always writing bars and spitting, freestyling and stuff like that. You know, but as far as taking it to that point of the next level up from freestyling and stuff like that, writing songs, I kind of wasn't there yet. So you know, I kind of just really worked on the production side of it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you know, I moved to Providence. I leave the bucket, leave Pawtucket. You know, I still got a lot of dope artists in Pawtucket. A lot of dope, just a lot of dope producers. You know, Eighth Wonder. I went to told him what great artist, great producer. You know, and it's great artists out there. And but came to Providence, and then kind of like again, it was different vibes. The whole energy was different. Like whatever, 10 minutes away. Different energy amongst MCs and artists. Let's work together. Let's do this. Let's try to do this. And we got shows, and the scene was booming at that point. That was like 03, 04, 03, and the scene was booming. People, it just it was very positive. Scene was positive, and just continued to create. Just still had a keyboard. I believe at that point I grabbed my first MPC, and but I'm still creating. I still have not found my sound yet. And so again, it's just grinded. Just trying to get beats out. They were just actually I can't. They're 4-bar loops. So Brad, I'd be lying if I said I was setting out beats at that point, because I didn't really know how to song structure. So I was just setting out 4-bar loops, to MCs. A few used them, mixtapes, old school stuff and stuff. Which was cool, but built my confidence up a little bit, because there's somebody out there that likes, that likes my stuff. And and there was MC out there in Pawtucket, before I moved to Prov. His name's Kurt. He went by Trouble, really dope MC. We were recording. He was really dope, and a few others. My boy Ant. We had I had a little booth. Finally got a mic and everything, and I was recording. So I kind of started like a little collective before I even really knew what the fuck I was doing, bro. Just the energy brought us together. The hip hop energy, the culture brought us together, and we were just kind of creating 4-track tapes and everything. And, eventually some CDs here, but nothing serious. And really, and I started just playing drums still. I got a job at Guitar Center, which I'm still currently working. 20 years with the company, and learned. Now I got free education. Now I really stuck. We had that times when I got hired. I just learned a lot, bro. I just learned so much, bro. I came in as a keyboard, kind of experimenting to really learning how gear really works, how to do it, what to do, and really took it off from there. But still didn't find my sound. You can have all that stuff. You have your own studio and everything, and still not find your sound as a producer or even an MC. I was still trying to find my sound, if that makes sense. Like, the pocket that I like, and really started creating, and listening to MCs, learning from them. I still don't have. I've got one single out that I dropped in 2016, but I was never worried about dropping content. I just wanted to perfect, what I was doing, and learn from other MCs, learn what they're doing that's wrong, learn from what they're doing that's right. And started beatboxing a lot, man. I was beatboxing. I always loved beatboxing, and that kind of helped me, a little bit. I was a drummer, so I always just understood music, And so, in Providence, I'm just grinding, going, just meeting different people through Guitar Center. Huge outlet to meet different MCs, different people, and just grinding and grinding. And then this day, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I started the Great Scampaign. And it's hip hop influenced, but it's also a lot of different music influenced. It's not just hip hop. It's an experimental album, and just to show people that I could do it, and that's what I really felt that was right at the time. If you go YouTube, Stop the War from ScamRock, Hollow Man. I did a song called Constitutional Crisis featuring Slane. He's out of Boston. those tracks are all on that project, and they're really more experimental, not too dark, not too, it doesn't have like the different feel from what I'm doing now,
Yeah, I feel you.
And then just continued to grind and grind until I found my sound.
Shaw, do you have any questions?
No, you came up, you said you started like 99-ish?
Yeah. I would say like, but at least taking it seriously, or trying to like, at least, all right, let's do this,
Yeah, I've been doing it roughly around that same amount of time, so it's crazy. So you probably dealt with a lot of the same things I had to deal with coming up with, like all the questioning and this isn't a viable career type things, and people in your own personal life, I'm sure, kind of not always supporting that type of decision to make in your life. If you could speak to that a little bit.
Well, I mean, at that point though, at 99, I didn't even know there was money to be made. My brain wasn't even thinking. It wasn't even thinking that. It wasn't even like, I was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna try this. It's fun. I love doing it. But upgrade my gear. Try to learn the basics of like whatever I'm doing. Because at that point, you're just fucking around. You gotta learn. It takes you a while to learn what everything does with your stuff. You're just experimenting. At least at that time, my early days.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, until you really know how to like use the equipment, it's kind of like the same thing as like an MC. Like myself, like I could say like a lot of my early music wasn't. Now I look back on it, I'm like, oh, that's trash almost in a way, because like you said, like I had finally learned how to use the instrument, but I hadn't like gotten into that, you know what I mean, that artistic groove with it, where now you're starting to like experiment with different sounds, different samples and stuff like that. And that's what I love about production too, because it's like a very similar process that you can go through.
Yeah, and I agree with you. You nailed it when you said art, because it's kind of like when we were kids, we look at our drawing that we did in 99, and it kind of fucking sucks because we don't we've gotten better since then, So when you look back on that, it's kind of like, wow, it's like, wow, I sucked. But at least, hey, you got to start somewhere, though,
Yeah, exactly. It's all part of the process.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
100%.
Just like anything else, you got to put your 10,000 hours in. Just like anything else, if you want to be a master at your craft. So,
right.
Tell us some of your influences growing up, because I mean, like
my father, number one. My father was my biggest influence. Number one, he got me into this shit, bro. He got me into this racket, man. He got me into music. He's all over. He's done a lot of jazz stuff, bro. He's all over. He's done a lot of music out there, and but he got me in it. He's my number one influence. Number two, the people. Get Miles Davis musically. You want to go people influences in general, JFK, Martin Luther King, believe it or not, big political leaders at certain times who stood for something that, just I liked what they stood for, bro. And I really put that that inspiration into it, but musically, Miles Davis, hip hop, Nas, Redman, Cypress Hill, man, a little bit of everybody, really, man, from a certain genre, man. Because to me, there is no greatest of all time. Everybody's just different, bro. To me, everybody's just different. It's just what flavor of Coke you like, what flavor of soda is your favorite, bro. I don't think it's the greatest of all time. Maybe it's sales or something, but fuck that shit. Who cares? It's really about your personal feeling, man. To be
the greatest of all time might not even have been born yet. Could
be
born in 15 years. Who knows? So I agree. It's because it's all subjective.
It is subjective. It's all what you like, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you like that painting, that's your favorite painting of all time, bro. Then that's just what it is. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh my God, that's so whack or whatever. Like, I just, that's the art you like, bro. It's not, it is what it is, So there is no greatest of all time to me,
Right.
You can have arguments about it, and like, so if you want to be like you said, like, oh, who sold the most,
Right? Yeah.
Argue sales. Say who is like the illest with the pen, then you can have that discussion. But like, yeah, like you said, I don't think it's too objective music to really have a greatest of all time. It's not like we're playing like baseball or something, you know.
But they never hit that pinnacle. I mean, there's a lot of technical rappers out there that are sick, and some of them go nowhere, bro.
Yes,
it's like
Yeah, there's a ton of dudes out there that I haven't even been heard yet that are dope as hell that nobody's even listening to. So yeah, it's crazy, and it's just because the oversaturation of the market and just the way we are, the way we consume all the other bullshit. But you said earlier you've gotten into a darker sound, and you've been like collaborating with some artists that really hit that sound, like Mo Ruckus.
Yeah. Today, we're talking now. I mean, this will be phases of my life, brother. I married 2 years ago, about 2 years ago. I'm sitting here, and I hit up Danielson. I'm like, yo, you down to do a track? And everything was good on all ends, and more importantly is when it was done. I just sat back. I'm like, yo, man, I love this shit. I like this. We got something, And then we just continued on creating up to this day. We got 2 more songs left. And the Rosetta Stone, which is the current project I'm working on, is done. And it's the whole collective of different MCs, pretty much familiar with each other, but still on this one project. And everything's coming out really dope. It hits hard the way I kind of want it. It's dark. Not everything's too dark, but most of it sits in a certain pocket,
For sure. I know. What is it? Tomorrow you're dropping.
Tomorrow I got a new. Saturday. Sorry, Saturday I've got a new song dropping. It's called Frostbite. Shout out to my boy Manny X, because he actually there's a melodica that he had in the studio. And I brought the beat in, and we needed a change. And he went in there and played his melodica. We just sampled him playing the melodica for the hook and everything. But it's called Frostbite, featuring Crime Apple and Mo Ruckus, my brother Mo Ruckus. And Daniel's son as well. And the track is really fire. I love how it came out. The beat, everything. And that's gonna be the last release of the Rosetta Stone. And then I'm gonna release it hopefully by the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to me, every artist on there to me is people who hit me listening to. I got Pro Dillinger on there, Crime Apple, Mo Ruckus, Bad Seed, Weapons on there. All the people I think that are super dope artists, man. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, and then have it sit in the production, the pocket that I like. And everything sounds, the way I like it so far. It's got 2 more songs to do, and it's a wrap, and it's on the next collective project. So any artists out there, Massachusetts, RI, who watch this or whatnot, hit me up, ScamRock 401 on IG, because I'll be looking for doing a collab of local cats, whoever, just as far as long as they they want to do it and they sound all right over the production, I'm down to work with cats. But I'm putting another collective together soon. And so we got a lot of stuff on deck as well. But Rosetta Stone right now is my number one. It's been my number one focus for the last 2 years. And it's not just, it's not just creating it. It's the whole other side of things, the album art that my father did for a lot of it. Just continue just finding the artwork and, just enjoying doing it. And that's what's most important. It's fun for me, and that's really all it's about. And, I got the collective of the most dopest MCs I could find. And that, and it just all came together. That's why I called it Rosetta Stone, is because a bunch it just came together,
People don't realize how much work it is trying to put together an album with a bunch of different MCs too, because we're doing it right now behind the scenes too, and it takes forever. Trying to get verses takes forever. It's like, and some people turn around quick.
It does.
It's a process, but it's like, oh, it's so much work, and it's not even like work. It's just I don't even know the word for it. Shaw, what's a good word for it?
Tedious.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's
Like,
But you
so
know,
I'm like
you got
working on my own
patience.
album at the same
You
time.
gotta
And
have a
for
lot
that,
of
I'm just
patience.
like, I'm gonna do this. For this, it's like, hey, could you please, hey, reminder, like, and I'm not complaining because it's like everybody's been actually coming through pretty good for
Oh
us.
yeah, hell
So
Yeah,
no
I'm sure.
yeah.
complaints.
I'm
We
sure
got
when
some
you're
dope shit
constantly
coming, too.
doing it though, and if you have 2 or 3 different projects, like some producers to go have that at a time, oh my
Well,
god.
I'm always like probably working on 3 or 4 projects at once myself. I'll have a couple solo albums, like because if you're working with different producers, you may be doing a couple different producer albums. Then you got like if you're doing anything with a group, and then this type of thing where we're doing this, I try to stay busy all the time.
See, I could never just. I mean, to me, everybody does their own way. Everybody goes in the kitchen. They make their pasta their own way. I like to concentrate on one bowl at a time because that way I can just really. If I, to me, I just got mad ADD. You know, I'll lose focus and like you know, let's just say I'm producing 2 projects at the same time. The project, you know, I can't tell you what it would sound like. It really all depends on what artist I'm working with. I can't. I'm not going to give the artist the same sound as Rosetta Stone because that sound may not fit that, bro. I can't even determine that, bro. You know. So let's just say if it was like, you know, let's just say I Mo Ruckus, for example, right? It was sit kind of that gritty pocket, but it's going to sound a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have more of like an ambience. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely. Because when I write, a lot of people will like write something and then change the beat they're going to spit it on and use it on
Right.
something else. I like 9 times out of 10, whatever you hear me rhyming on a track is what I wrote to that track because I find weird pockets in beats and sometimes
Right.
switching it like that just it doesn't work for me. I'll try like spitting it over a different beat and I'll just like it just don't work. So I
Right,
know
right. No, I
it's like,
agree. I agree.
you know what I mean?
You know, it's tough that you can't force it to work. It's either
No,
gonna or not. You know,
when you do that, that's your worst material right there. If you're forcing
right
it,
there. Then, yeah,
like
exactly. And I try to tell it to every MCs that I meet at work and MCs that I just meet around, you know, just talk to and conversate about on the recording side of things. Just don't ever rush things. Just take your time with it, man. Because
Yep.
you might, you know, I mean, it just there's nothing, you know. I mean, I don't know. I think if you rush things, you miss things. You know, a lot of times. You know, and me, I like to like continue and try to like take my time on something, make sure all the math is right on the 16. And then when I'm feeling good about it, I love it. I can walk in there. I don't need nothing. I'm not reading it. I'm just going. I'm in the studio. I'm just doing it. It's one of the best feelings in the world, man. Because you can spit it over any beat. You know, you practice to the point where you can spit it over any beat. You know. That's always been my goal. Is practice to the point where the beat won't even matter. You're just gonna, you know, you're just gonna vibe with it. You know.
Oh, yeah. Now with the current state of hip hop and the way things have been going this week, the big news story is Mr. Diddy.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Diddy got his ass locked up. So, what are our thoughts on Mr. Diddy and his 1,000 bottles of lube and all kinds of shit that he's got going on? He's donezo. That dude is done.
Did he? You know what? I mean, honestly, I'm one of those type of cats where I don't really pay attention to all that stuff, bro. To be honest with you, I mean, life's a circus already. But like, you know, if I have to make a comment, I'm like, well, you know, whatever he did, whatever he's doing, you know, I hope justice happens. You know, you know, I really don't know details or really anything, but I've heard from what I'm hearing. I would say I really I hope justice gets served. Really, you know, I mean, it's not, you know, I mean, I'm not sure what the hell he's doing. So I mean, but
It doesn't
what,
seem like there's any way that he can buy himself out because they no bailed him. He has no bail. So that's
right, so
kind of
he did something. He did something
yeah,
serious.
yeah, he's in
So
some serious shit.
he's in some serious
they
shit,
did
bro. But no,
videos
dude. Hey, that's the karma. The universe is a fucking most powerful thing. Doesn't take any bribes. Doesn't take money or anything. The universe comes back, bro. So you know, he's getting what he deserves according to the universe.
Shaw, thoughts
on Diddy, man? I mean, we'll see. First of all, I mean, it looks pretty slam dunk from what we've seen so far as what they're saying they have for evidence and all that. I mean, if they really have like tapes of him actually doing the shit that he's being accused of, and by all accounts, it seems like they might. Then I mean, it seems like he's probably going to be doing some time at the very least. Which I don't wish that on anybody,
No.
but people do dumb things, and sometimes you pay for it, I guess.
and reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. He's looking at life. He's looking at life,
like
actually.
Karma.
So if he did something funny, look, it's way beyond us. It's way beyond, and that's like. But I mean, I really can't even. I feel weird even commenting about it because I don't know much about it. But according to what we know, he's got no bail. He could be doing life. Then he did something that really wrong, and he really wronged somebody. So whatever it may be, I hope justice gets served on it. Am I a particular fan of his music? No, I never really liked his music. The greatest thing he's ever done was Biggie. But I was just never a fan of P. Diddy's music. To me, it was just fucking trash, bro.
Yeah, for the most part, it really was. But what I'm curious is to see if this like leads to anything coming up with like, because now they got Kiffy D and like Cali about to go on trial for the Pac murder, and he's been saying for a while that Puff paid him or whatever, or was supposed to pay him for that. I'm curious as to what's going to happen there with now Puff being locked up, because Kiffy D, like you've been saying that for a while, and that seems to be the impetus, other than the beating this dude up or whatever for whatever supposedly happened. But that's really where my curiosity lies in the whole thing.
Well, I guess what that will come down to is we can know it all, but I guess it's what's going to kind of come down to is what we can prove, what they can prove. I guess if they got enough evidence that supports that, definitely doesn't surprise me. Like that whole beef going on and everything, I mean, doesn't surprise me that would happen. If he's doing this now, So I mean, I guess he would do something like that.
What emboldened him to do that? You know what I mean? Like some foul things he got away with before, most likely.
Yeah,
so, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I've seen a lot of people commenting on like all the social medias is how can celebrities get to that point? It's like because they've been handed everything, they've had everything, they've done everything, and it gets to a point like they need what's the next level? What's the next level? And it's just been building for years. Hopefully, if it does go to like a big public court TV trial, we can actually get some closure on Pac, get some closure on Biggie. You never know. Something might come out. So that'd be like one of the best things besides justice. But for the hip hop community, that'd be one of the best things to happen in that trial.
Well, I would say that falls under the umbrella of justice. That falls in that same umbrella. Everything opens up, truth comes out, bro. And it wouldn't surprise me again. In this world we're in, brother, it wouldn't surprise me if he had Pac killed.
No, things we've seen happen in just our recent history. Like, there's been so many foul, like, covert things that have come to light that is just like, I mean, people like to look down on people with conspiracy theories, but it's like a lot of them, except for the really far-fetched stuff, it's like, well, you never know. I mean, look what ended up being true before. You know what I mean? So it's like, how far-fetched is it?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, if that dude Keefy D knows something, bro, that we don't, who knows?
Yeah. Well, he's been telling everybody a lot of things, so that's why he's at.
I guess it will all come down to what they can prove, what they can't prove.
Oh yeah. Let's switch gears. Get off Diddy. Pause. Who is the easiest MC you've worked with so far, like just vibed with, turn around fast, everything was just great?
I'm gonna go. I mean, that pretty much. I mean, honestly, bro, as kind of every MC that I've worked with so far, it's been all those things. I would have to say, I guess, maybe Crime Apple and Slain. I'd say Crime Apple and Slain. Definitely, like, as far as, like, they say that they're sending a track at 1 o'clock, it's coming at 1 o'clock, you know? Type of, just, the easiest to work with. Me and Slain actually built that song. Like, I sent them a sketch at first. It was just a 4-bar sketch of a beat, So I kind of built it as we went. So it was an interesting process for that song, but like everything like went smooth. Same with Frostbite. Same with Crime Apple. Without a doubt.
So let's flip that coin. And who is the toughest to work with?
Toughest to work with, bro. Oh man, that's a good one. I got to think about this one. Toughest to work with. Now, well, how do you be toughest to work with?
Like just the can't meet a deadline, got to be on them. You know what I mean?
That's fucking tough because that's tough because that's tough,
Calling
bro.
them out.
I'm just trying to think MCs.
He's like nobody.
Well, all right, hold on. I mean, I'm just trying to think of MCs that didn't meet a deadline. That have you waiting the longest, essentially? Is that what you think?
3 out of 4.
All right, I would say the MC that probably kept me waiting the longest. Oh man, it's so tough, bro. I guess I'm just thinking of MCs that like kept me waiting. And all right, the only MC that kept me waiting, it was like honestly, bro, like 4 days. It was nothing, bro. They kept me waiting the longest was Rex.
Yep.
But the song came out dope. It was worth the wait,
Always is.
So, but there was no deadline or anything. I guess I think maybe in a text or a message, it was like, "Yeah, I'll have it at this point." It was like a couple of days. Not a big deal though. The song was dope. I actually haven't even released it.
It's dope. It's dope that you've had a lot of good experiences because some producers have a lot.
Yeah. I really haven't had any bad experiences with any artists. I mean, and that's not even a bad experience, bro. That's just if I'm going by like a couple of days after. But that's honestly, bro. But that's like, that's really I haven't experienced that shit yet. And I hope I knock on wood and pray that I don't. A good energy and good MC surround me. Usually good results happen.
Oh, yeah.
But I never wronged any. I never wronged the MC either. So maybe that's just karma.
Yeah, I got a question. As a producer, what is the one beat you wish you had produced?
Fucking Annie Up.
Annie Up?
Yeah, I think it was Premiere, right?
Okay. Yeah. Wait, nah. That was Easy LP, maybe?
Was that? I'm not sure who produced that. MOP, Annie Up. But that track right there, I love that beat. I fucking love that beat, bro.
Yeah, that gets me so amped.
Just gets me amped. That's the energy you get from it,
You could like fight anybody when you hear that.
You're just that you could, on your way to work, bro, whatever, coming back from work, bro, fucking just going out, it's still that beat, man, just fire to me, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's 5 a.m. That shit's fire.
Right, doesn't matter what time of day. Doesn't matter what time of day.
Shout out to Murder Meg's in the house. What up, girl?
Yo, another dope producer. Yo, she's got some beats too. She's got some fire.
Yeah. Meg's is fire.
She's got some fire. Without a doubt. There's a lot of great producers out there. There's a lot, my influence.
That's what
there's a lot of great, producers out there, man.
Shout out to Megs. Yeah, man. Who are
your favorite? Like
top 5.
Settle, right? Because
who's my favorite producers? Fucking Muggs.
Yeah.
Premiere. There's so many out there. Mugs Premier. I love so many. I mean, RZA. RZA's dope. So many out there. Alchemist. It's so many. It's so many great producers, man. Even Kanye at one point. It's probably still fire beats, bro. It's so many. So many dope. Pete Rock. So many cats, man. High Tech. I love the production on that Black Star joint. And it's Talib Kweli joints. Wave. There's so many great producers out there. And I pull inspirations from a lot of people. Rick Rubin. A lot of different producers really inspired me. All eras. But you got to take from all. If you take a little bit from each era, make something great, bro.
It's a smart thing to do, though. It's like learning from your predecessors, taking all the best elements of that, and then turning it into your own sound. Like that's, as an MC, I feel like I know I do that. Like everything I've ever heard, like Nas and like Wu and all the stuff Mobb Deep, everything I grew up listening to, like Tribe, all that has like influenced my music a lot.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because that's where I drew from, and then I just kind of, all right, that's how you do it. This is my version of that, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's great because when you dig deeper into Tribe and Black Stars, we're talking samples and stuff they're using. That falls back to jazz,
Nope.
And that falls back to my roots. That was my introduction to music. So it's just for me it's just I like that the jazz sound. It hits the best, I think.
Absolutely. Primo, the early Premier stuff, the Gangstar stuff. Oh man, crazy jazz influence in that.
Yeah.
And then you get into like Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth era, like, whew. Primo is killing it then.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric Sherman had some dope ass joints, man. Redman's a great artist to me. Redman's big influence as well. That Muddy Waters joint, fire.
Well, that's one of my favorite albums.
And you know what? And another beat that gets me amped, almost the same energy is "Rock the Spot."
Oh hell yeah! From Doc Center. Is that Doc Center?
That's got Muddy Waters.
Oh, it is on that one. Okay.
Yeah. And shit hits, bro. That beat gets me feeling the same way, as NEF almost.
Redman himself is an underrated producer because in the liner notes it always say produced by Reggie Noble. But that's Redman. So he didn't get credit for a lot of that stuff. But he produced a lot of that.
He's a great artist. He had his own style. He ran with his own style, which made everybody great. Everybody, pretty much all the great artists had their own style, their own sound. They weren't trying to sound like anybody else, bro. Just try to selling them after, like it's like that's the key. It's finding your own sound, finding your own pocket. Don't try to be like this one. Don't try to, just do if it feels right. Like, what I'm saying? Like people would just, I say just you gotta keep grinding and just master the craft. That's why I never give anybody much, I got really not much advice as an MC because I'm still learning as an MC, bro. I like to make every MC, every verse on when I spit, I like to make it sound completely different. My voice, everything, just I like to have fun with it, bro. But like I haven't mastered that craft yet, so I can't give advice for that. But beats, I've been doing all day. I love making beats, and that's that's what gives me the emotion to write from, anyways. So I make the beat first. If I'm feeling it, I write 16. And if I love it, I record it.
What's your dream collab?
What, as far as like
you producing, what MC you want? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. All right. Well, I gotta go with, if I can produce, honestly, bro, Sean Price.
Good choice. Good choice.
Oh, yeah, beautiful choice. R.I.P.
Yeah, a lot of people.
R.I.P. man. I opened up him one night, man, and this is like 2012 or 2011. Went down to it's down in Mass. I think like somewhere in Mass. It was dope though. It was dope. It was a dope ass show, bro. He's a stand up dude. Great artist.
Yeah, I'm glad to say I got to work with him before he passed. Actually, right
Oh,
around that
really?
same time.
You are a blessed MC, bro. Blessed MC.
It's a dope track too.
Oh yeah, that's fire, man.
If you haven't heard it, check out Shot Elemental and
All right.
featuring Sean Price. It's a dope ass track.
It's
all right.
EXP really, but I'm on.
Yeah,
We don't
Long
say
story
that.
Short. Yeah. We're coming to the end of the show, and the last question I like to ask my guests is, what's your issue? Now that issue can be a pet peeve, or that could be an issue in the world that you want to stand on. So, ScamRock, what's your issue?
All right, my fucking issue is artists who perform live, but they're basically lip syncing because they got their own fucking tracks in the fucking background. That I've got an issue with. You are not a fucking artist. You are just lip syncing. You might as well book a show at Sunday Night Karaoke somewhere, bro. You know? To me, you are. That's like, to me, I look at that as, all right, you don't see a guitar player bringing his fucking solo on a CD and fucking playing it and faking his fucking solo. You know, a hook, okay, I understand hooks. All right, cool. I even perform sometimes with a hook in there. All right, get it. But, you know, even some doubles, cool, but not the whole fucking thing, bro. I got an issue with that. Total issue with that. Stop doing that. To all you MCs who are doing it, fucking stop, dude. Please. For the love of the art. It's called art. You don't know your shit. Know your shit. Practice. Don't fucking perform without it. Just go fucking there. Learn your shit, bro. And you know, then come perform, bro. Get a hype man if you need one.
Oh yeah.
But that's my issue.
This past weekend I did a show, and in one of my tracks I have a line where I say, I was like, "Too loco, choke the local crowd. Heard they perform over vocals, Milli Vanilli style." And then the headliner came out and performed over his vocals, and I was just like,
"Yep,
yeah."
So,
yeah.
Thank you. That grinds my gears.
I've been to shows where I'm chilling with the sound guy. Me and the sound guy are chilling, right? We're fucking all looking at the stage. I'm having a beer. He turns down the whole microphone fucking goddamn lines. So there's no signal coming from the main microphones on stage, but the fucking vocals are still fucking blasting, you know? Like, it's like, bro, it's like, it's crazy. You know, I'd feel ashamed to do that, bro. I wouldn't feel good about myself as an artist if I had to do that. You know, I get it. Maybe it's because the commercial MCs do it, and when they're on TV, and that's probably for different reasons. I'm not sure, but it's like, listen, you know, I would say this. It makes you look better as an artist not doing it.
Absolutely.
And you get my respect.
Even if you stumble,
if my respect matters to you, I'm at a show. Don't do it. Just learn your shit. Get a hype man if you need one, and fucking just, you know, keep on practicing your art.
Hell yeah! Stop
rapping.
Rapping.
That's my fucking issue, bro.
Stop rapping over your vocals. Shit's terrible, and it turns the crowd. It turns the crowd off too. Like, you're not gaining fans. As a fan watching shows, and as someone that's going to book you, if it happens, you're not going to get booked again. You know why? I'll book a DJ.
Right. What the fuck? It's like, bro, karaoke night down the street. Go there, bro.
Let's do it. Tommy's Lounge.
You know, bring your songs and tell the DJ you're doing your songs. That's basically what you're fucking doing. Except it's I give credit more to the karaoke singers. You know why? At least they're doing it without the background vocals. They're actually doing it, bro. You know, fucking these cats aren't even fucking doing that, bro. So they would qualify for
Milli
karaoke,
Vanilli
bro. Yeah. So they gotta stay home. They gotta stay home and practice. Know your shit, memorize everything. Use parts of your brain to memorize and everything, bro. And come out and just kill it. That's what they gotta do.
Hell yeah.
And it helps if you know how to freestyle. If you mess up, you can just freestyle for a minute, and most people ain't even gonna notice.
Yo,
But
never
you also
deal with
gotta
the
be
nation,
skilled in
no
that too.
idea what she's facing. The right wing, the left wing, crooked cops, the racists. Obviously, no chance for equality. The rich man, the billionaire, picker from the Dollar Tree. Poverty controls every city. Bilderberg, Bill Ball brought us up like the 60s. Miss Liberty and Misery on a late night binge. Surrounded by drugs, now she's tapping a syringe. Ain't easy being greens, trying to pass the torch or shot a fat and all is off to the morgue. Addiction, unavoidance, a sad disappointment. Society's infected and injected with the poison. 100 years of war dropping bombs on the enemy. Hasn't been the same since the day they killed Kennedy.
Okay.
First time
Got it.
anyone's rapped on the show. So
Word up, yo.
hell yeah,
That's
hell
first time
yeah.
for everything. That was dope too. That was dope. Golf clap.
Scam, tell us where we can find you.
Yo,
and,
right now, look up my
drop
shit on
everything.
YouTube. I'm on Pocket of, shout out to Pocket of Plug. Go to YouTube, see all my latest releases. And again, you might be, hey, it's might not be for some people, might be, but peep it, you might like it,
Oh yeah. Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at ScamRock 401 on Instagram and ScamRock on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Representing Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Massachusetts as well, y'all. Love all y'all. Peace to everybody, y'all.
Mass is my second home, man. Mass is my second home. Brooklyn's my third home.
Mm.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Six Man.
Shout out to everybody, man. Peace to everybody.
We got the Kenzie record release party. It's a lot to say, but we're gonna say it. The Kenzie record release party.
Yo, that's just be fire.
Southbridge, Mass. Shout out to Weapon ESP.
Shout out to Weapon.
Very, very important album to our brother. So if you are within 400 miles of Southbridge, Massachusetts, come on out and definitely stay tuned. We have a lot of good shit coming. The Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. I am Brad Bailey. He is Shot Elemental. He is ScamRock, and we out. Peace.
Peace out.